welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and we've got a decent show planned for you today. Please like and subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, find us on Twitter, Facebook, and at Stock Talk Product Review, coming in hot on the gram at Stock Talk Product Review. One of the first stocks we're going to talk about, no, we're not going to talk about any bank stocks or any of the bank talk there because, well, there's one trending, but it's not trending as high as some of the other ones. So we're not going to talk about First Republic Bank. If you guys want to go chase after that Kulo cash, you can go and have fun with that. We're going to move on because it's the situation in the financial markets with a lot of people just don't get of the constant how we got here. The brutal spending by politicians, the countless inflated dollaruskis getting ready to hit the system to make your prices go up because you are going to pay the price, unfortunately, for the sins of politicians and the big banks and things like that. Going to the first stocks, we're going to talk about Cyber Sentinel Corporation. We're talking about Cerberus Cyber Sentinel Corporation. Last tick was 0.39 cents, up 0.16 cents. This is one of the most talked about stocks on the twits right now. It's one of the highest percent gainers according to the twits and trending and watching there as current. Now, if some of you come back and say, well, that's not doing that, well, that's just because things have changed during the trend. Year to date on this one, going to it. Let's get right to it. Chart on this, it's down for the year $1.95, but resistance is starting to pop up here. You're at a negative 83.50% gain. No, that's not anything to do with constant spending or anything to do with that. It's not the politicians. It's your fault. No, I'm just kidding. The chickens are coming home to roost, but resistance is starting to pop up with this one. We're going to go to the Alphabet News, find out why we're starting to see resistance popping up and why we're starting to see this trend. Moving on to the Alphabet News, Investors Place. Why is Cerberus Cyber Sentinel stock up 170% today? Now, when we go to the Alphabet News, it doesn't mean we believe everything they say because sometimes they, just because William White is writing, it is his opinion and some of the Alphabet News that is put in with it. We have to take it, digest it, and see what we're going to do it. But you cannot not pay attention to what some of these people say, a.k.a. Kramer. Look what he says. Most people do the opposite what Kramer says because he is always parroting whatever the parrot people want him to parrot. Cyber Sentinel Corporation stock is rising for a couple bits of news today. That includes preliminary results for quarter four. The company also received $5 million from note sale. So Cyber Sentinel Corporation is skyrocketing higher following the release of preliminary earnings data that announced the new investment. So you have the new earnings data. That is something that you want to see about. Also go back to the other data as well. You want to go back and check out every type of analytical point in the data of earnings going down the line. Not just today. If you're new, you need to stick with paper trading. If you're starting to see this stock for the first time, don't go out and buy it just because I'm talking about it or someone else is. That is going to get you into a hole. I have seen so many people down the line that were new that have done just dumb things right now. Yeah, if you want to be dumb, don't be dumb with your money. Just paper trade and use fake trading until you can figure out or you need to take a course too to know what you're doing as well, just so you don't get caught up in the hoopla and the hype. Starting with earnings news, the company expects revenue for the fourth quarter of 2022 to come to $14.7 million. Guys, that's $14.7 million dollaruskis. However, it would be seen missing that Wall Street's estimate of 16.52 for that quarter. Guys, wonder why they were missing the revenue there for the fourth quarter. It's missing that. Could it be anything to do with 2023 is going to be worse? I hate to say it. They did see the 150% increase year over year, but it's not going to hit those price targets. Now, are those targets going to be adjusted for when the next inflated batch of money hits the system? Because yes, that's something you guys got to take into consideration with all these stocks is, are they going to survive over time when this next batch of inflated money hits? Some of you, if you haven't been hiding under a rock, if you don't know what inflated money I'm talking about, well, you can go and check out your Alphabet News or go get some of the happy talk there on CNBC. because it's the greatest economy ever, like we were saying, guys. The big news for the Cyber Sentinel is the purchase agreement with Hensley and Company. That saw it sell a $5 million to 10% unsecured convertible note to Hensley. The note is payable alongside interest on March 20th, 2025. The agreement allows Hensley and Company to convert the note to shares to Cisco stock with a conversion rate of $1.20 per share rather than collect the debt. Cyber Sentinel has has plans for the $5 million and secured the note sale, and then these funds will pay back $5 million, and the 4% primary note is sold to Bell Bank. Already had plans for $5 million and secured from note sale. In these funds to pay back $5 million, 4% promissory note is sold to the Bell Bank in June. The website looks good, better look good. They're a culture of cybersecurity, not a product. Voted Tech Roundtable's top 10 cybersecurity companies. One thing to take into consideration, guys, is that with a type of company like this, just to give you some background, because I do own an IT company myself, I would say that the good thing to take into account with this is that a lot of these companies like this, they can, yes, they do have a slow downturn, but with economic conditions like that, like this, you're going to see some steady, a little bit consistency here. Just because the companies always need security, and they need these types of things to protect other businesses and things like that. So something to take into hand is that some of these can dodge. They can go out of waves when the economy is piss poor. Like I worked for a company in 2007, a startup company, and they were able to hedge the recession from 2007, the economic crisis. They sold IT products and a different type of business, new with remotes, and they destroyed every single day in their revenue because everybody has to have a working IT department and a computer system, or they can't find a job or can't do whatever for things like that, depending on what the company does. We'll leave it at that. But with their mission to demystify and accelerate the client's journey to cyber resilience and empowering organizations to securely grow and operate and innovate. At CISO, we partner with the clients wherever they may be in cybersecurity journey, helping them resolve any current roadblocks adequately and anticipate future issues to achieve cyber resilience and create a culture of cyber security across the organization. Their vision is to boldly drive cybersecurity forward, relentless pursuit of excellence for clients and their talent. Bore you to talk tech, things like that, but let's just go with the strategy and risk. We'll gloss over a few things, and we're just going to be very fast because no one wants to hear talk about all the stuff with IT and talk tech to you, because nobody wants to get talk tech too. Strategy and risk. Risk assessment, validate your security posture. It says gain your insight into IT environment and establish a fully prioritized plan to address any deficiencies. So they're doing that. Audit and compliance services. HIPAA, PCI, some of these guys I can tell you, like PCI compliance, I can't tell you how many companies are risky that are not PCI compliant, meaning that if they take your payments, sometimes your payments could be off to somebody else, and they might have your numbers, your card numbers and things like that because their systems are not PCI compliant. So this company does that. That is huge in itself that they do that, guys. I'm giving you that standpoint because most of your companies have to be, or you're having a huge security risk for data for other people that companies you're helping. So, and your customers. Program development, management, compliance, and cybersecurity. The client's security offering speeds up the stalled projects and accomplishes those risk of slipping through the cracks ahead of time. Cyber defense operations. XDR, extended detection and response. MDR, managed detection and response. SIEM, security information and event management. Here's another big one, guys. Advanced firewall management protection over time. I don't think some people out there know just exactly how much an actual license costs for one unit out there. For small potatoes, small fish companies, you're looking at probably for a cheap unit, you're looking at about $500 a year for a license. Could you imagine a big company that they deal with, what the licenses are for all of those firewalls and things like that? So they're not, this isn't Mr. or Mrs. Thank you very much company, just to let you know there. MVP patch and vulnerability management. corresponding patch support and remediation. Eliminates flaws, defects of outdated patches, and security needs to firewall. Did they do AWS? We don't know. Penetration testing, sentry test, annual tabletop exercises such as simulated attacks, attack simulations, war games, things like that, and training programs. So there you have with that. They have several things in the hopper, and I am not surprised by their revenue. Yes, it was a little down and things like that, but if you're going to go over time, it could get better over here depending on what contracts they get and whether what they could land some more bigger deals there. You never know what could happen. Just because it's a pissy economy on this one does not mean that this one is dead and out, especially when they're making rev. So revenue is the key there, especially with an IT company. And we didn't even see on here, unless other people know, about reoccurring rev. So that's what we're going to have to see. Stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at. Many of the twits on here, have hoping, and some are laughing that this will be going up because you know where this takes us on Friday, Skeeto Friday. You can even speed on the highway, and then people dump out to do their things because shorts do short games. Stockware says one of the fat cats push it down far enough to the shorts cover. We rise together. So Stockware is coming in with his take there. Says I'm holding overnight and he thinks they're not done. I don't think it possibly will be done there. Maybe on Friday, it's probably going to be that way. Savior Capital says 38, not going anywhere. Risk to reward is looking awesome. Lots of people panicking right now. I see through the fog. Yeah, I think Savior Capital is on to something just for the fact that you can't rule this thing out, especially there's several things that they're doing with this company, and it's probably most likely, depending on their price targets and things like that, or as far as for quarter growth revenue. Unless major people are going to be using security and things like that, and firewall risks and all the other things they do. I'm pretty sure you're taking this and you're waiting for them to land a big contract or land some kind of thing like that. That's what you're hoping for. But with the revenue they have, they could cruise through this and still stay stable. This one's a possible stock here that could end up just riding it through this tough time with the economy, because some of these IT companies, they dodge that because they just have constant revenue, and you have to have your PC system and your infrastructure going. You cannot not have your infrastructure protected. You're going to get lost and behind with your clients, or they have to be unless they're doing bad business. I just don't see them losing a ton of revenue. The next stock we're going to talk about is Novo Integrated Sciences Incorporated. Novo Integrated Sciences Incorporated. Last tick was 0.14. Not one of the stocks that I really would like trade, just because I don't violate Ricky Gutierrez's trade rule. Never trade anything under $1. Not saying I haven't purchased anything under $1. I'm just saying I like to stay. But some people like to play the short game. It is high risky business but we still cover them. We still cover them because they have to be covered. So you're at 0.14, 0.38 plus today, 37.8% gain. People are talking about it. One of the second top gainers talked about on the board here. On this one, looks like for the past year to date, obviously downward mode, but that's the market correction. Now, you can mark my words on this, and you can beat me up later on it, because no one's been able to beat me up on it before, on these stocks before. I do have my receipts as far as past stocks of where they've had, and I told people about corrections years ago. Nobody believed me. Everybody thought I was full of shit. Well, I'm not full of shit. So negative 2.95%. Sorry, $2.95 and 95.50% lost the past year. So going into the Alphabet news, we're going to check out why we had some gains and why people are talking about this. Going on to the Alphabet news there, we have... okay, guys, going on to Ask Traders, we have an article written by Simon Mugo. It says, Novo Integrated stock rallied 41.5% on investor sentiment. The Novo Integrated Sciences Incorporated stock price Integrated Sciences stock price rallied 41.5%, although there was no news release from the company. Therefore, it's clear that the Novo's stock was driven by positive investor sentiment. Sorry about the technical delay on the screen there. We were kind of off there. My apologies for you not being able to read along with the article. Over 16.73 million of Novo shares have changed hands and retail investors piled to the stock. I hope he's saying with retail investors that we're that's in a nice way instead of sometimes with the alphabet news, and it's hard to say where they're at, but the attack is always on the retail investor if you want to see there. So this is a piled onto the stock despite the shares price decline. The rally continues a trend for retail investors for buying shares of companies under challenging circumstances, which started under 2020. Retail investors are able to keep push prices for Novo stock higher despite the company falling to file its quarterly report. The quarter ended November 30th, 2022, and the financial year ended simultaneously. The company is yet to file the reports despite promising to do the same. I mentioned in the Novo article, services and healthcare firm operating in multi-healthcare niches, including providing multidisciplinary primary care to its clinicians and practitioners in Canada. The company also has an oncology research and development division, another unit focused on manufacturing nutraceuticals and the OTC supplement and functional foods. So the firm is in danger of being delisted from NASDAQ. It's delaying filing of quarterly and annual results. Novo Integrated Services filed the Form 8K on SEC March 1st, 2023. He says that he would avoid the stock given the company's uncertain future. Furthermore, investors should remember that the most meme stock rallies finally come back to earth, and the time is likely to be the same. Sort of, just depends with it. I think it's a great article written by Simon. I just don't like to with the meme stock and knocking the traders, because some traders actually that were part of the army of apes and things like that, they made a lot of dough. So you can't knock them for that. Some people why they got destroyed was because this is a pissy economy. What Simon fails to write is that lots of inflated dollaruskis were put into these companies, was put into this system because of constant, countless spending, which the Alphabet News never wants to talk to you about as far as the constant spending, what caused the decline in pretty much a lot of your stocks in the market. Because that caused them to be overvalued and things like that. They never want to cover that because they have to sit at the cocktail parties and things like that, and they get to go to all their newsrooms and things, and they have to walk in lockstep with the elites there. But it's a great article because at least he told you about what it was doing and what the company does, which is great. I just don't think you attack the retail investor. It's not my approach to how I would do things. As far as that, but I don't have any cocktail balls to attend because I'm my own person there, and that's just me. But going on to the website, we're going to check it out and see what the real traders are saying. The website looks good. It looks better for it's a sub, so it is what it is there. But they've been fighting through this thing, and it's gone through the losses there because of your market correction and things like that. But remember, traders, don't get yourself down. A lot of this, again, is brought on from politicians and Washington and other factors with the powers that be in Wall Street, that they have pumped up fake dollaruskis into the system. So that is some of how we got here and how some losses were suffered. So don't take a blame on yourself. It's not all. Don't listen to what some in the alphabet media, because you're not their friend. That's what people need to understand, is none of these people are your friend. I've been saying that for years and harping on it. And I told you I brought the receipts from videos from the past to tell you this day was going to come, and more worse days ahead are going to come, unfortunately. I don't want to tell you that, but the economic charts tell us that. If you want to see more economic charts, you can go check out Steve Cortez's feed, Peter Navarro's feed, as well as Edward Dowd and some of your other economic forecasters. Business Novo Integrated Science is a U.S.-based parent company, a publicly traded on NASDAQ capital market with both U.S. and Canadian-based and wholly owned subsidiaries. Currently, the company revenue is generated solely by service and products provided by NHL team multidisciplinary primary care clinicians and practitioners in Canada. The team is a multidisciplinary primary care clinician and practitioners provided assessments, diagnostic treatment, pain management, and rehabilitation education, and primary prevention for a wide array of orthopedic, musculoskeletal sports injuries, neurological conditions, and various demographics include pediatric, adult, and geriatric population. The patients, their mission is for the patients motivated to provide excellence in multidisciplinary primary healthcare assessment, diagnosis, treatment, pain management, and prevention through integrated medical technology, advanced therapeutics, and rehabilitation. Give a background history of the company. They were incorporated in Delaware, not by Joey's. No, I don't know. They could be buddies with them. Probably doubtful, but you never know. On November 27, 2000, under the name of Turbine Truck Engines, for the purpose of developing and commercializing alternative energy, probably our buddies, relative products. On February 20th, 2008, the company re-domiciled to the state of Nevada. On the 9th of May 2017, the company acquired Novo HealthNet Limited. Effective July 12th, 2017, the company was changed to Novo Integrated Sciences Incorporated. Manufacturing side, they do nutraceuticals, OTCs, health supplements, and functional foods with unique proprietary manufacturing capabilities. Manufacturing from revolutionary oral delivery systems, vitamins, mineral energy supplements, and other products. We were capable of manufacturing a wide range of variety of products. We could see, discover, we just see if we could see any products here. So as you could see, they're in asynsia, concierge, product development, oncology research, manufacturing to fulfill nutraceuticals. I knew this was going to be an interesting board, especially when, because you're getting into the heart. This is the people of the stock, and obviously there's some people that are pissed off of where where it went. You have the take from Junior Mafia. You can just see it on the screen. He replies to another guy that the guy fell for another scam. He was not happy about that there. Fight between Anonymous Keysman and Darehart. You can see how this plays out. It's actually pretty funny there. Some of the words I can't read on there because I'll get freaking censored on the Bluetooth there. Something from Devin Espinoza. This is something great here. He put on the very bottom, he said submitted their plans to become compliance of 10K. February 13th, they've waited for the response, which could give them until June 12th to meet that compliance there. You can read the receipt there that he posted. And he says, yeah, actually, yes, they may have till May 22nd and $1 compliance, but can file an extension that should make November 21st and meet the compliances there. Crew has a pretty good take here. He says, nice little gains. They say it's a penny, but try to laugh as it drops to 10 or 11. They say they can save the newbie talk. I'll enjoy the gains on the table. Either way we go, I have some cash reversed to rinse and repeat. Yeah, that's the thing, is that some people here know what they're doing and some people do not, and they need to do paper trading if they don't, so they don't suffer more losses and things, because with this market, unfortunately, the worst is yet to come. So America's chickens and the world's chickens are coming home to roost. I don't want to be the one to say that, but it is what it is. Monaco's liquidity means you don't know what to do with your money, either liquid or you solid. Good take there from Align Gold. It says, I hope the meme stock will go wild and will push this higher as well, since shorts are going to need money to cover their other stocks. TikTok shorts. Okay, guys, the next stock we have is GME, GameStop Corporation. Last tick was $17.65. The fact that this stock is trending right now means that the establishment is pissed. That is why they are writing these articles about meme traders. They always got a dog on the meme traders all the time. Like, they always try to say the meme trader, this and that. It is what it is. They're just as in trouble, and they've been carrying the cooler for a pissy system like this for the longest time. And it sucks, but they are going to, unfortunately, go down with a sinking ship, keep on saying everything's good. So whatever the apes are doing, and with this gain, a 78 cents gain today. Congratulations, apes, on the 78 cents gain. Now, near to date, the Alphabet media would like to, celebrate the downtrend here and there and the ropes. But other than that, this chart looks pretty healthy, and it's been consistent. For a year, you've got 45-cent gain, which is awesome. Some of that is due to the pissy economy, which some people like to deny before. They like to deny the charts before, but we're not going to deny the charts, and we're going to go with the 45-cent gain. Regardless of what the Alphabet media says, Kramer and all of his buddies who like to attack the retail traders or not, we will not be attacked. We will not be stopped. We will keep on keeping on. So going on to Alphabet news, because we don't need to go to the website on this one. No one needs to be introduced. If you don't know what it is, go look it up unless you've been hiding under a rock. So we like comedy, and you need to hear what the Alphabet media is saying about it. We had to go to our favorites at MSDNC, CNBC, talk for your latest regime cooler carrier media, which we'll talk about because we love parodying off of making fun of things like that with them. GameStop soars after retail post first quarterly profit in 2 years. So that's shocking to them, I guess. GameStop posted a quarterly profit for the first time in 2 years. The company slashed its inventory levels and costs from earlier this year. GameStop plans to do more cost cuts this year. Obviously, everybody will. They have to throw that in there just because, we have the best economy ever, according to everybody, which we really don't. But according to Kramer and all of his buddies in the media, they still are going to go down with the sinking ship, like I said. And they'll always go and attack you all the time because they don't like you. GameStop on Tuesday posted a quarterly profit from the first time in 2 years, finishing the fiscal year on a higher note with holiday quarter grappling the sales declines and inventory woes of cash flow pressure. I wonder why. Would that have anything to do with the downtrend the not filling orders in China? China, as far as shipping containers being piled sky high, orders down, things like that. But it's the greatest economy ever, right? Shares of the company soared 45% during the after trading hours. For the first quarter ended in January 28, net sales dropped slightly, $2.23 billion from $2.25 billion in the fourth quarter. The video game retailer also posted a profit of $48.2 million. That is excellent for them. Congratulations, GameStop. Or a 16-cent share, compared to a loss of $147.5 million, 49 cents a year ago. GameStop did not provide financial guidance and had done not since the early days of the pandemic. Its results can be paired with Wall Street estimates because a few analysts cover the company. The retailer has been working to steer itself back to profitability, and they're becoming to cut costs. Selling general administrative expense came in $453.4 million in the fourth quarter, 20.4 of sales compared to $538.9 million to 23.9 cent sales in the earlier period. Matt Furlong said in an investor call the company is going into 2023 with further plans to cut costs, including European markets, whereas exited and began to pull some of the countries, because some of these countries are falling apart and are deteriorating because it's what we're supposed to call the reset there. And he said GameStop is also considering bolstering its business with higher margin categories such as toys. GameStop has previously been riding some short-term meme stock momentum. They just always call it, they want to attack you guys, the meme stock, whatever. It's funny. What is it? Meme stock, insurrectionists, all the other kind of same stupid crap they come up with. Big lies, all that kind of dumb stuff, parodying what third world dictators say and things like that. Progress is right-sizing its business by cleaning up its inventory levels and reworking its cost structure. The stock closed trading Tuesday around $18 per share, down dramatically from 52-week low at nearly $50 about a year ago. I wonder why that was. Does that have anything to do with Uncle Joe and the Democrat Congress spending a piss load of money? I'm not saying the Republicans are good either, because they've been collaborating. They're the collaborationists. Some of the uniparty people like McConnell and them are doing the same thing. But I wonder if the constant spending and blowing dough all around, and I wonder if that has something to do with it. No, I don't think so. I don't think it has anything to do with dropping inflated dollaruskis into the system and basically keeping people home, making people stay home and not encouraging them to work or anything. That has nothing to do with the slowdown of GameStop or anything like that. It's just it's somebody else's fault, right? GameStop's turnaround plan to revigorate the leadership shakeup in 2021 put the Furlong and Amazon veteran at the helm and added Ryan Cohen. Well, Amazon's laying off too, so that's got to be a bellwether as far as the economy as well. Bed Bath & Beyond active investor as chairboard. That's great. The company has also laid off and replaced chief financial officer. The retail has been working to revamp its real estate portfolio. An increase in online business video game industry heads in that direction. For the fiscal year, GameStop saw $5.93 billion in sales, slightly down from $6 billion in fiscal year 2021, and increased revenues with its collectibles category of retailers banking to promote its long-term growth. Wouldn't that be crazy, guys, if they, with the toys they're going to get into and the other products with collectibles, with more building that up, that would be funny if they defied odds and beat the Alphabet Media's narrative. Wouldn't that be the last laugh for the retail traders and the Army of Apes? That would be awesome. The company is still hanging on a $682.9 million in inventory, which is down from $915 million a year ago, according to the fourth quarter balance sheet. As a part of the revival strategy, GameStop is trying to improve the cash balance. This quarter in cash equivalent is $1.39 billion. While managing burdens of brick and mortar presence, the company is also working with its find a digital identity. So far, those experiences have come with a few missteps. Well, in business, there are missteps here and there. So is what it is. Its launch of its ill-fated partnership with now bankrupt crypto exchange FTX. Yeah, that sucks. The company also planned to collaborate on e-commerce marketing. GameStop was also going to sell FTF gift cards in its stores. 2 months later, GameStop tweeted that it would be winding down the partnership because Sammy went to the Bahamas there, and we'll leave it at that. And you guys know the rest of the story with that. So let's go on to stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at, and find out what's going on the Twitter puts. He's coming in hot to all of the. He's coming in bearish. He says shorts tomorrow morning. It's out. Shorting tomorrow morning. It's out of gas. The meme era is over, and the apes are dead. I would like to beg to differ. You should go on to Twitter and see. There's a lot of apes still going. So the movement is not dead there. Money Gain says GME sucks. I can't buy a ton because of my funds I didn't sell, but we'll add more tomorrow when they do. Why are we here? We are here because we get the takes of all traders, bearish and bullish, because we want to hear both sides of the story there. He, part of the Army of Apes, has a good take here. He says the same market, same makers and short funds are naked short GME for 3+ years, assuming bankruptcy, and shorted others in the meme basket. I own most of them in 2 years. GME just posted positive earnings over half floated locked DRS increasing day. It is one, it legitimately squeezes the shorts, and then leveraging will legally be forced to close all shorts. No idea how this all sets off. I'm confident in selling the shares. You can't locate for years. Trying to protect short positions is not viable. It's suicide. And he has the tower there. Holdings comes in hot as well. He says GME sales are down quarter over quarter, year over year. Only snuck off the surprise this quarter because it cut expenses. Still at net losses for 2022. Welcome new baggies. Enjoy the exit liquidity for old baggies. And there's comments below because people were pissed when you're coming in hot on this, but we have to cover all of them there. You have some people talk about dump, pump up the gem, congratulating anybody got caught in the move. Yeah, all positive sentiment across through these boards and everything like that here. This is one of the best boards, always has been. But we'll come back with 3 of the top stocks tomorrow. Don't make it a dog show. Save these for future, and go back to the other shows and check out if you can get anything on the cheap there if it interests you from previous shows that we covered. Don't make it a dog show, and good night.